Okay. My name is Brittany Bellamy. I am a social worker here at Brighton Multi-Service Center, and today I will be interviewing a client that I've been seeing now for about 2 months. She's been receiving a multi-package of services from us. She has 2 preschool-age children. She was in school, but it's been reported that she's been missing classes. So the purpose of today's interview will be trying to motivate her to value herself and value her education and see what we can do to further assist her. Come in.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
You got your shades on inside, I see.
Yeah, I had to walk from the bus.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot.
How far is that walk?
I mean, it was like 3 blocks, but it wasn't too bad.
Oh, the sun is not out.
I'm
You
so
all right?
tired.
What's been going on?
You know, I've been working, so.
Yeah, how's that going?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's work.
It's work. How the kids doing?
The kids are great. They love school, and I'm so excited that
How
they're
old are they
happy. Well, Jakira, she is 4, and Gerard, he's 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So have you reunited with your boyfriend, or he's just completely out?
I don't even know if he was really my boyfriend at the time. Like, we were together, but we weren't, like, committed to each other, and I don't see him. The last time I saw him was at the Columbia Heights Metro Station, and he was kind of like, hey, how you doing? And I asked him when he was going to come and see his son and his daughter, and he really didn't say much. So he kept it moving. And
is he helping you?
Helping me do what?
With the kids, you know.
No, I mean, he doesn't even want to see them. So I'm not even going to ask him to help me. I'm not even going to ask him to give me any money because...
Would you say he cooperated? You know, what would you want from him? What would you need from him?
I just want him to be a part of his children's lives. Like, I don't want anything from him. I don't want to be back with him. I understand he's in a relationship. Some girl in my neighborhood, you know, they run their mouth. She told me that he's, like, in a relationship with somebody else. And that's fine. I don't want him in that capacity anymore.
So, how do you think this is affecting your children?
I mean, they miss their dad. And I don't know if they miss their dad because they're so young, but I think they... by going to school and stuff, and they see, like, their other friend's dad might pick their friend up or whoever up, they see that, and they only see, like, their mom, or sometimes my dad will go pick them up for me. But, I mean, they know him as Pop-Pop. They don't know him as Daddy. So they really haven't had that experience.
So what do they say to you when they miss him? Like, for instance, hey, where's Daddy? Or is he coming home? Or...
I mean, I have a boyfriend now, and, I mean, he only sees them when he comes to the house or we go out sometimes, but they know he's not their dad, but you can, like, I can tell that, you know, they want to be able to call him dad or they want to be comfortable, but I can't even expect that from him. Jerome got 2 kids of his own. And,
his name is Jerome, your new boyfriend? Okay, so no one's helping you with your kids, and he has 2 kids of his own, right? So how's that affecting you? And, like, you're still in school, right?
I haven't, like, to be honest, I was just thinking about, like, you know, just taking a break for real. I just can't do it right now. It's just too much. Like, I'm working full time, and, you know, I'm spending time with him, and, you know, I'm helping my boyfriend out a little bit, so.
You're helping your boyfriend out? So is he helping you out at all?
I mean, yeah, he helping me out. I mean, as far as with the kids, not really. I mean, if I need anything, I know I can go to him, but I don't need anything.
So where did y'all meet? And how long have y'all been dating?
I met him at a go-go. I met him at the
really?
scene. He used to be a bartender there, but he was actually, you know, just chilling that night, and that's where I met him. And my friend, she kind of put me on, but it's nothing serious. Miss Brittany, don't look at me like that. It's nothing even serious.
How long have you been dating?
We've only been dating for, like, I don't know, like 2 months. Not even 2 months. I don't know.
2 months. And how's the relationship been?
I mean, he's cool. Like, I mean, he's cool. I mean, he get upset sometimes real easily, but he treats me nice.
And what does he do when he gets upset?
I mean, he just get upset. Sometimes we argue. And one time he pushed me down, but I know he didn't mean to do it.
Did he hurt you?
Mm-mm.
Did he leave a bruise or anything?
Mm-mm. No.
So how often does he get upset?
Just when I don't do what he tell me to do.
For instance, like give me a typical day. Like if he asks you to cook him some food and he didn't like it, would he get mad?
No, not really, but like he got his own business. And sometimes, you know, like the business don't go right or something come up short or whatever. And
okay, he has his own business.
He'll get upset.
Okay. Well, he's an entrepreneur, so what kind of business is it?
I mean, it's his own business. I mean, I really can't talk about his business, you know. But, I mean, he hustle. He do what he got to do.
What do you mean?
He hustle. You don't know what hustle is?
Like, clarify it, because I could say in the field of social work, we hustle. But, you know, what do you mean by hustle? Illegal hustle? Like, does he sell drugs?
I mean, it's not legal yet, but it's illegal right now in this state. But it's not legal yet.
So he's a drug dealer?
I don't really consider it a drug.
What kind of, okay, so what does he sell?
I mean, marijuana, and like right now, like he just started, you know, playing with PCP a little bit, but
okay, so
he don't sell PCP yet. He just, you know, helping somebody out, and like PCP is not even that, it's not that serious.
So are you using the drugs?
I mean, you got me in here. You about to ask me all these questions. Like, no, I'm not using the drugs. I mean, I'm not using the drugs. I mean, you know, I used to smoke, but I don't smoke marijuana no more. I mean, and at McDonald's, I mean, who cares if you smoke weed? But I don't smoke no more.
Well, how do you think this will affect you? You don't smoke anymore, but you're around it with him. So are you, is there any temptation or anything being around him?
I mean, I tried the product with him before. I mean, when he said he was gonna get into PCP, like I played with it for a little bit, but.
And what did that do for you?
I mean, it didn't do nothing. Like I said, people PCP has such a bad name. People think that PCP is such a bad drug, but it didn't really do nothing for me. And I mean, I only did it at one time, so it's not like I'm addicted.
Okay, so I'm just trying to, you know, make sure I have everything correct. You're not in school anymore because you're working all the time, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have this new boyfriend in your life who's a drug dealer.
I wouldn't really call him a drug dealer, though.
Well, let's just be a little candid here. He's a drug dealer, and he's around your kids. Now, you say you don't smoke anymore, but it does influence you a little bit to try this and to try that. So how do you think that has affected your pursuit of school, and how do you think that will affect eventually your kids? And he also, you said he has some anger issues where he gets physical. So taking all of that in consideration, overall, do you think it's attributed to your lack of school attendance?
I mean, not really. That's my choice. I don't feel like I want to go to school because, I mean, I just want to work, and I'm good right now. Like, we good, and I mean, even though we just started dating, who knows? Maybe this could be it. Like, this could be my last, you know.
Well, I mean, you have to look. You have children. You have 2 children. It's not just you. So now you know you have to, whatever you do, you have to take into account how it's going to affect them, right? Mm-hmm. And so you came into this program wanting to get help for yourself and help for your children to start a better life, right?
Right.
Okay, so you did. So we gave you these packages. You know, we gave you different subsidies. You got child care. We got you back in school on the right track. You were doing so good. You had aspirations to be in my seat one day and to be a social engineer, a social worker. So I don't want anything, and I care about you deeply, I don't want anything to derail you. And so you have to really assess in your own life what you can live with and what you can live without. You understand what I'm saying? especially for the betterment of your children.
I mean, I can't live without my kids.
Right,
you know that.
can't. So, and your kids cannot live without you. I mean, they can. They're different systems we can put them in, but that's the worst case scenario. You know, so we want to make sure that you're the most productive person you can be for yourself and for your children. Now, what's your boyfriend's name again?
Jerome.
Jerome. Okay. Jerome is a drug dealer. Besides drugs, what is he doing for you?
I mean, he doesn't give me the drugs. It's more it's more me. I just said, let me try it. Or, you know, he wanted to see if it gave some kick, to see if, you know, it was even worthy of, you know, going on the street. So, yeah.
So you were a guinea pig for the PCP?
I wouldn't really say I'm a guinea pig. It was my first time trying it, but I tried it with somebody that I love. I love him.
After 2 months?
I love him.
What do you know about him after 2 months?
I know a lot. I know how he makes me feel internally. I love him. Like, he makes me feel like I'm worth something, and I know he has my best. As far as my children, one day he'll get close to them too. And
well, let's take that in consideration. I'm glad you pointed that out. Okay, you want Jerome to one day get close with your children. Okay, you want Jerome, the drug dealer, to get close to your children, or you want the Jerome, the possible daddy, to get close to your children? Because he comes around, and I mean, he bringing his duffel bag and his drugs in my house. Excuse me. He just does what he has to do. I mean, on the outside, but I don't think he would ever get us in any trouble. He's not gonna take me and my family down with him. Well, I don't want anything to bring you down. Period. And think about with his association, one day. He might be at your house, and he may not be using, but people know that he's a drug dealer. And something goes wrong. Raids, you know, somebody tries to rob him, whatever, and he has your children. You shouldn't want to put anything...
He gonna get out of this life. He just doing this, you know, for a while. For a while, he was a manager at Popeyes, and then he was working at the scene as a bartender. You know, now he's doing this little hustle thing, and he's gonna eventually get out of this.
Well, you know, it's kind of like you said, and like you were well aware, he doesn't give you the drugs, you do it on your own. So it's kind of like, what do you want for yourself?
Miss Bellamy, that was one time. I'm not even going to do the drugs anymore. Like,
okay,
if you tested me today, I probably wouldn't even have it in my system anymore.
Okay, well, think about how you want the life of your kids to be. And that's how you have to start mapping it out. I'm not going to tell you which way to do it. You have to, just like you took the drug on your own, you have to say, okay, this is what I want for my children. And if drugs is not in it, then Jerome, the drug dealer, isn't. Now, Jerome, the manager of Popeyes, may be in it. Jerome, the, you know, straight-laced guy with a full-time 9-to-5 job might be in it. But drugs can bring anybody down. You know what I mean? You don't want to go back down that road.
I don't.
So I want you to take some time and really think about the life that you want for your children. And I want to know, I'm interested to know what conclusion you come up with.
I mean, it's either... I'm going to tell him, like, I want him in my life, and if he wants me in his life, then maybe, like, he'll give it up. But I'm just not willing to leave him right now without talking to him and, you know, trying to see where he's at.
Right. I give everybody a fair shot, a fair chance. But ultimately, you know, you have to do what's best for yourself and your children.
Of course.
Okay. So I'll see you again next week.
Same time, Miss Bellamy.
Don't come high.
Of course not.